From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the hourly news blast for this evening. Philadelphia Gay News is reporting LGBTQ plus workers weigh in on PhillySaves. This is part 2. PhillySaves is the first sponsored program of its kind, but similar statewide programs exist in at least 20 states. They're largely hailed as a success, earning about $2 billion for the more than 1 million people who have been enrolled. But that doesn't mean that everyone feels they'll be able to benefit from it. Participants in the PhillySaves program can change their contribution amounts, including making larger contributions to play catch-up if eligible, or dropping contributions all the way to 0% if needed. They will also be able to opt out of the program entirely if they don't want to participate. Some LGBTQ plus people are already planning to do just that. TL, who wanted to be identified only by their initials, is a neurodivergent and disabled person who works as an administrative assistant, currently earning an entry-level wage, even though they're not in an entry-level position, bringing home just $40,000 for a family of 2. I'm 30 years old, so I have several decades before I would be retiring, they explain. But as a disabled person, the age I retire at isn't entirely up to me. Retirement may be thrust upon them in the future due to changes in their ability to perform their job functions as their disability causes brain fog, pain, and fatigue. Accessibility is also a problem. Their office isn't wheelchair accessible, for instance. When I think about retirement, it's more about being forced into retirement due to my physical disabilities, finally forcing me to slow down, they explained. Either that or working until I die. TL said they have about $3,000 in savings at any given time, which they achieve by pinching pennies, living below their means, and taking on extra work. They don't believe they'll ever be able to save up enough money to retire. In 2023, the Center for LGBTQ Economic Advancement and Research, or CLEAR, and the Movement Advancement Project, or MAP, surveyed more than 2,500 LGBTQ plus respondents. Results show that half have less than $5,000 in savings, and roughly 20% have no emergency savings at all. Almost a quarter didn't use a bank, operating with cash only. TL is glad the PhillySaves program exists. I think this program is good in theory, but I also think that too many people are living paycheck to paycheck to be able to have money automatically taken out of their check, TL underlined, adding that they personally cannot likely afford to participate. They'd like to see the city take additional steps to improve people's ability to save, such as raising the citywide minimum wage. The state's minimum wage, just $7.25 per hour, isn't enough to live on in rural parts of the state, TL emphasized, underlining that it's not enough to live on in Philadelphia, where the cost of living is even higher. Trust also plays a strong role in who will use the program. And that's News Blast for now. We'll have part 3 tomorrow morning. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, Alexa, and wherever you find streaming radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.